What's up, you good looking bastards? How you doing? That's tricks, guys. That's tricks. Got a really bad connection, I'm afraid. Can you guys see me? Evening, Crafty Carp. I've got a really bad connection here, I'm afraid. Can you hear me all right, guys? Evening, Cranky Carpers. Evening, Brad. Very bad connection. Yeah, I'm good, Kevin. Hi, Callum. Evening. Carp Explorer. Hi, mate. See if we can get that connection a bit better. Evening, John. Evening, guys. Oh, 40 of you here already. I hope you're all well and out there fishing. If not, you're all tuned in. Yep, lovely day, Sean. Carp Explorer. The old Carp, he's not with me this trip. He's not with me. All right, Adam. Can you hear me okay, guys? What's the sound like? Can you hear me? Evening, Jason. Evening, the other Jason. Brian Mills, how are we doing? Thanks for that, Brian. Thanks, Brian. I'll show you where I am, guys. Look. There. Could you see that? Cheers, Kevin. Yeah, it was a bit of a bad connection, very bad connection. I thought I was going to lose it totally. I thought we weren't going to be able to do the live tonight, which is not good. Kettle's just boiling. Just pouring the water in. Cheers, Callum. Hi, T800, Crafty Carper. Adrian, Small Weights, Ash Foster, evening as well. Dave Fisher asks, hi, buddy, how long would your cooked hemp last? Oh, hang on a second. Dave Fisher asks, hi buddy, how long would cooked hemp last when it's froze? Oh, indefinitely, a year, I reckon. Evening, Graham, hope you're well. Good to see you here. Evening, Kyle, even. Chin Chin, pass me the gin, yeah. What's my favourite tea bag, Sean? Oh, Yorkshire tea, gotta be. Hey, Happy Vapor, how you doing? Is anyone out on the bank? Who's out on the bank tonight? Any of you guys out on the bank? Wafter rig. Ash Foster asks, what is the best wafter rig? Well, I like quite a stiff rig when it's on a wafter. I would say the D rig. Nothing at all, Adrian. Very, very quiet. Hi, Luke. How are you? T800, I wish. Family holiday, Brian. Hope you had a good time. Hi, Jake. I'm actually fishing now, Jake. Mike Blake says the wife's been shopping, so my bank been done in bud. Oh no, mate. Never let the missus go shopping on her own. Evening, Mark. Mark Hills. Hope you're well. Give us a press that like button, guys, if you're here. See if we can get it up. I'm only about 150, 160 away from 5,000, our 5,000 target. When we get to 5,000, I'm going to do a special 5,000 subscriber live feed or live video and give away a few prizes. Maybe some of these new black chicken t-shirts. This is the grey one that's not on the website yet, but it will be. The reason I've got a grey one is because it goes up to size 5X for the bigger guys amongst us. Cranky Carper's got a hangover from hell. No sympathy for you. Yeah, once we get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a special giveaway for you guys, the subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, I'll be picking 2 or 3 of you to receive some goodies. So subscribe. Yeah, look, subscribe. Got to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified. No, nothing at all. T800. Jake, where am I fishing? I'm here. Look. Michael Pears got you new Rhino beams yesterday, out Tuesday with a new self-take set up, all ready for a night shot. Brilliant. They really do make a difference, them beams. And the intervalometer as well. I'm going to do a video very soon, next 2 or 3 weeks, about how to take perfect day shots, and then another one how to take perfect night shots. Self-takes. And then I'm thinking about doing a series about lenses and what different lenses do and different settings for different cameras and, you know, all those type of things. The things that I take for granted that would help you guys. Hi Lee, evening. Matty went today and blanked. I think it's just the weather at the moment, it's up and down. Scott Evans, where's the carp dog? He's not here, he's indoors with Mrs. B. Evening Wayne. Team Black Chicken, look. Team Black Chicken. Hi Mike. BML Scoots 123. I love your videos, keep it up. Thanks, I really appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in to my live and watching my videos and subscribing. You know, I really appreciate it. It's all good, isn't it? And if you haven't got over to my, well, our Facebook group, it only takes one bite, get yourself over there. There's about 500 of us in there now, and we all help each other with questions and other things. Greg Smith, hi, good evening to you as well, Greg. It's good you're still doing, get the t-shirt. If you go to my website, if you go to my website, www.leoncarper.com, you've got a tan t-shirt on there, you've got a military green, and like a chocolate brown one there as well you can get. Michael Pears, thinking of a drone for the Syndicate Lake. Some of those DJ drones are really good. I'm going to get one myself at some point when I get some money. The DJ Mavericks are the one you want, that's the nuts. Oh, small weights, no fishing till next year for him. He's torn his cartilage in his knee, gutted. Yeah, I thought I would be as well if I'd done that. Happy Vapor says, how long should I leave the baits to soak after the old heat treatment? I would probably say, oh, probably a day. I always leave, if I put glug or anything or washed out my baits, I always just leave them for 24 hours. Let everything soak in. Looks good for a cheeky zig. Yeah, always looks good for a zig, Lee. Anytime's good for a zig. Hi Jason, you've got 10, 16 millibars at the moment. Yeah, it's about sort of in between, isn't it? Hi Scott, waiting for his Rhino beam and the intervalometer to arrive. I've got to give a little shout out to Dave the Punisher, fishing Jerry Hammond's Carthagena complex. I won't ask why he's a Punisher. I'm actually fishing over bait tonight, Chris. I've moved from this morning. I've moved out to an open water spot and I've put about 4 kilo bait. That's like unheard of for me, because the fish, there's a lot of roach in here and the fish aren't showing, they're not really doing anything, so I'm going to try and get them to come to me rather than find them, because I haven't been able to find them today. Yeah, really sad, Sean, to see some of the big fish dying off. It's just natural, it's just the way it is. Some springs are good, some summers are good, and other times we lose a lot of fish. It's just nature. Yeah, you should, Tony. You should join the Black Chicken Club. Black Chicken mugs, look. Black Chicken mug. These will be going on the website next week as well. And look, you can have that if you want. My logo if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. Just you can have a black chicken. Hi Wayne. There's a few flying rats around, Matthew, but no, well, the odd black chicken. I see one, he keeps on coming out every now and again. I keep on showing him the t-shirt and he keeps on going back in his little Idaho. Hi Wayne. Gareth, do you prefer buzzer bars or pod? I prefer buzzer bars myself, or single sticks. I know, it's not like me, is it, Scott, to put out a load of baits? I'm trying something a little bit different, because I just haven't been able to find them. If I can find them, I fish singles to them, one cast, and try and catch them that way. But if I can't find them, then I put a bit of bait out and see what happens. I've got 3 rods, wide area across the about 3 or 4 kilo bait. Dave Fisher, some got sent out yesterday. You've got normally 7 to 10 days, but normally it's about 7 days max. So you should get them soon. I know there was a batch that went out yesterday, and there's another batch going out Wednesday. But Dave, if you haven't received it, drop me an email to leon@leoncarper.com, and I'll have a check. Once I've done this live feed, I can have a check, see what number it is, because I know when they went out. Just drop me an email anyway. No plugging of products, please. Only my own products, Graham. The carp kettle, look. What do you think of that, guys? Look. It's lovely, isn't it? That fish there is the wood carving from Horton. And it says it only takes 1 bite on the top there. That was from Carp Kettles, good friend of mine, Jamie Smith from Yateley. He does them, he's a really good artist. Go and have a look, he's got a Facebook page, Carp Kettles, I believe. So there you go, Chris. Neil Bunting, fish devs, do you reckon the non-close season to blame? I don't, I think it's just nature. I think it's just the way it is. Some years are better than others. Other years we lose loads. I mean, we've had, last 2 or 3 years, hasn't been too bad. I think it's just the weather. How did I get into carping, mate? Well, I was a match fisherman probably 40 years ago. I started pleasure fishing, and then probably about 35 years ago I was fishing nationals and match angler, and I fished a pond which had carp into about 11 pound, and I see one sucking at the pad, so I put a bit of floating crust on, a big hook, and I was hooked myself after dinner. My PB was 11 pound on a bit of floating crust. First ever carp I caught was on floating crust. Oh, Ben, well done, mate. On the singles, if you can find them, singles are better, I think. Look at it this way, look, you find a fish, you stick 3 light leads out, and then you're going to put loads of bait and spot on top of them. It's not going to work, is it? Just put 3 singles out. You can always put bait out later on in the evening, but just see what happens. You can't take that bait out again, and in my experience you spook the fish. Unless of course it's a runs water, then it's a little bit different. Hi Nicky Howe, good to see you here, mate, and thanks for the thumbs up. Any nice carp lakes in Essex for serious carper? Ooh, are you looking at Syndicate or sort of day ticket? The Quarry Lake, that's really good. There's a good few 30s in there, Nicky. You want to have a little go over there, Quarry Lake near Chelmsford. Hi the Marts. Hi Scott. Yep, exactly. Hi George. Thanks, mate. Love this channel. Deserves more credit and subs. Look, subscribe if you haven't. Cheers, George. Love the kettle. Cheers, Maniac. Lovely bit of work, isn't it? Wayne Pettigrew. What's the best bait to use on very, very green lake? When you say green lake, do you mean like it's got an algae problem, or green lake it's like it's never been fished before? If it's never been fished before, then I'd go with tiger nuts, corn, plastic corn and boilies. See what they like. How do I pick a patrol route? I don't know really, it depends on the lake, whether it's the depression or the back of a gravel bar, or you know, from one set of snags to another, or 2 different bays. You know, you can have a little, you just got to work it out. Hi Michael, products for the group, I'm working on that. I think he is, Luke, but they're quite expensive because there's a lot of work that goes into them. I think for a kettle like that, I think it's costing you 20 quid for the kettle, then about 30, 40 quid for the actual artwork on there. So they're quite expensive. I think I'll pay 60, 70 quid for it, but I just had to have it. Willie Wasson, he's never been bothered by black chickens before, but today, they smashed him. They do your nutting, mate. Proper do your nutting, they do. You need to get one of these, stand there in the swim, start shaking your arms, and they won't come near you. Mike Blake, looked at the quarter sticks. They're expensive. They're very expensive, aren't they? When you say the quarter sticks, Mike, are you talking about their the bank sticks? Would I ever like a painting of a capture shot? Maybe, Robert. I've actually, someone did a painting for me of that particular fish, the woodcarver from Halton, and it's up on my wall in my office. Carp, have you ever fished Fenland Fisheries Willow Lake? Yes, I've fished it quite a few times, only in, well, no, sorry, I fished it once in the summer, but no, I normally have a trip up there every year in the winter. It's really good for a winter bite. Quarter too expensive they are, I agree. No, great, good to see you here, Maniac. No matter how long it is, for 5 minutes or 5 hours. Good to see you guys. Hope to catch you at another time as well. Andrew Oakley, evening Andrew. Hi Seb, how are you? Have a good weekend. Cheers, Darian. Are you paying Mrs. B a wage for doing the wrapping and posting of your stuff? No, Aaron, what I do is I outsource it. So I've got a printer, I've got all the design done and everything else. I've got someone who prints and packs them and sends them out. That's why it takes about 7 to 10 days, because they're quite busy with other printing. Martin's Angling Ventures, hi Guy, how are you? When to balance your hook bait? It just depends really. Sometimes I like balancing them, sometimes I don't. I just sort of, if I feel I need to change from a normal bottom bait. Hi Paul Winstanley, loving it Leon. Can I have a social with you and pick your brains? Well guys, here's the thing. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking next year, July, August time, I'm going to hire a lake out, somewhere like Sandhurst, and then I'm going to have 20 spaces. There'd be me and 2 other guys. I'm thinking of trying to get guys that you know are in the media and that, who, you know, been fishing a long time like me. And then we're going to have a weekend there where the 3 of us help you with your fishing, and you can pick our brains and talk about rigs and things like that. Maybe have a barbecue, and it's probably going to cost a couple of £100, something like that, for the whole weekend. So it's better than having a tutorial for 24 hours and you forget what's happening. You can go and you can get like 3 of us telling you and helping you. So I don't know if that would help you guys, if you're interested in that, but there'd be more details about that after Christmas, I'd say. What's my thoughts on lakes banning fake baits? Well, I've seen quite a few rigs pulled out of lakes where they've still got the fake baits on. So, you know, it's I think it's probably a good idea. That's the one, but it looks like singles. Problem is with the singles, you have to have them on a flat surface. I don't think they work on a slope. Go and have a look at the Summit gear, the ones that I'm involved with. Summit Tackle, they do some absolutely brilliant stuff. And it's all made in UK, and it's, you know, stunning, will last you a lifetime. Go and have a look at those, Mike. SummitTackle.com. I haven't, Michael. I can't. I'm still looking about. I'm still a bit confused, but I'm going to have a look for a new carbon stick. Hi, Roy. I do sometimes, if it's a low stock water. Roy asks, do I target a specific fish? If there's quite a fish in the lake, I just hope it comes along. Hi, Seb. What budget bivvy do you recommend? I'm not really too sure. I might have to do a video on something like that and have a look at a few different ones. Because I'd use an umbrella most of the time. Hi, Raymond. Good to have you here. NGT goalposts, yeah. Do I ever scale down on a multi-rig like a size 8 or 10 mil? Well, there's another rig. It's like, it uses a bit of fluorocarbon and a little small, sorry, a size 5 curve shank. I used it over Sandhurst last winter that I used with a little 10 mil bait. Do you still use a big hook with it? Do I do a flying rat one? I might well do, Scott. I might bring that out eventually, the flying rat. Carp tags, Luke, yeah. The carp tags, yeah, afraid so. But, you know, they're good company, they've got some good products, but you have to pay for them, don't you? It's, they are a little bit expensive. Hello, good to see you again on here. I've got my black, hope you like it, George. Hope you like your black chicken t-shirt. What you guys should do, if you've got a black chicken t-shirt and you catch one, send me the pictures and I'll put it up over my social media. I used to do tutorials, Lee, but I just don't get the time anymore. I just don't get the time. I used to do them and they used to be quite popular. I used to get rebooks as well quite a bit. What I'm thinking of doing, guys, something else that you may find interesting, it might be for you, it might not be. I might set up a small group of guys and you sort of, instead of having like a full tutorial where you pay 200 or 300 quid and then it's all forgotten, is to have like a small group where you pay 20 quid a month and you get direct access to me. Well, I advise you about your fishing. We have Skype calls and we have like a Facebook group where we go live and I can help you with things, and you know, a bit more personal, a bit more time with you. It's like this, but this is like, it's going so quickly. A bit more, you know, access to me on a slower sort of in-depth sort of basis. I don't know if that would help, if any of you guys would be interested in that. I'm thinking about it, I'm toying with the idea. I've had a couple of guys who want to do it, but I just want to see if it's worth doing. Get cold G. Hi Graham. Never fished it before, looking forward to doing a day. Stay mobile and try to nick one. Good luck Martin. Let me know how you get on. Evening James Madwick, how are you? Hi Paul, how are you? Hi Cranky Carpers. Sounds Pucker. Yeah, Brad. Hi Gareth. Cheers Michael. I think it's a great idea. I've just got to organise it, that's the thing. Hi Raymond. I was around with the t-shirts. Just go like that, Scott. Just wave it and just do that, you know. Fake alternative, yeah. Fox Royal Classic. That actually, Andrew, that's a good call. That is. Hi Richard Hall. Hope you're well. I'm just skipping through the messages here, trying to catch up with them. Nash Groundhog, yep. Johnny Bivvy. No, I don't. I just have an umbrella. I've got a 50-inch Fox Mark II Super Brolly. There's a wave there, Luke. No problem, Smalls Music. Good to see you here. Do I prefer bait screws or floss? It depends, Aaron. If it's a cork ball or I'm meshing it, I'll use bait screws. If it's just a normal bait, I'll probably use floss. What's the best way to fish in weed? I've done 2 recent videos on those. Go over to the channel and have a look on there. It's called Fishing in Weed. Over the last 5 or 6 weeks I've done 2. Those will really help you. Cobalt Black Pod, Michael, yep. It is a real good bit of kit. The stainless one as well. They're made to last and they're actually unbelievably stable. I've got Adrian Cooper asked, I've got a 48-hour session next week, 25 lake, any bait use. Well, Adrian, what I would do, how I'd approach it, I'd go into it, try and find a fish singles, and then if you get an action or something, then put the bait in. Yes, Gareth, Ian Russell does do very good tutorials. James Madwick, where can I buy the Black Chicken t-shirt? You can go onto my website, www.leoncarper.com. The grey ones, like this, they will be on the website next week, but you've got tan, you've got military green, and you've got chocolate brown as well. The Seb, he met Danny Fairboss at the hospital not long ago. What the fuck, honestly. 2 man for me, his eldest daughter loves carbon. Yep, Scott. Big up for a 20-round buddy. I'm in, Mike. I just thought of it as an idea because you spend 200 or 300 quid on a tutorial and you get loads out of it, but that's it, the tutorial finishes. You know, there's loads of questions and loads of things you want to ask and that, Mike, and I thought, well, and not everyone can afford that. So I thought what I can do is I can give more of a one-to-one through Skype or through the live, and, you know, message me or through the internal Facebook group, and for 20 quid a month. So, you know, that's a thought. And it give you value, give you guys value. You think a video on that arm waving? What do you mean? Tracker Tempest broilie is very good. I think it is, but I think they're quite expensive, aren't they? Small weights. Do you really think sweet, fruity or fishy baits actually make a difference versus the time of year? Hope that makes sense. I like sweet baits in the winter. And I like in the summer, after they've spawned, fish meal baits. But you can have a fruit or a fishy smell on the fish meal baits in the summer. Cheers, Richard. Hi David, how are you? 62 of you guys here, 51 likes. If you haven't liked, hit that like, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, guys. Exactly, Brian. Bait is bait. If you apply it correctly, then it can be used all year, whether you choose fish or sweet or fruit. Good advice, Brian. Dan Williams asks, hi, he's new to carp fishing. What's the absolute essentials for doing the night, and do you sleep with your boots on if muddy? I'm liking Little Avatar, West Ham United. I'm a West Ham fan. I'm sorry if I pissed anyone else off, but hi Dan. The essentials, well, you've got to have a sleeping bag that keeps you warm, a bed chair. I wouldn't keep my boots on. I'd take my boots off, leave them down, and take your socks off and just jump into the boots if you get a bite, Dan. You know, you need alarms that are loud so they wake you up. Hi Colin Biggs. There's a black thing. Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about this? Cheers Smalls. Hi Matty Rushton. Yeah, Crocs, good idea, Gareth. Oh, look at that. Got a new Park Lake, MJ Moore says, for 3 rods with some good fish in it, and next to no carp lads on it, but lots of silk. What a good start, do you think, mate? I think it's a brilliant. Go and fish it and don't tell no one about it, because if it's $4.50 for 3 rods, there's no carp guys fishing it, and loads of big fish in it, you'll be inundated. I do. Aaron, I use one of them little coil things. I'm going to do a little post to my email list as well. It's a little coil thing. It's called the Mozzie coil or something like that. And it goes in this case and you just light it, put it in the case, and it just gets rid of all the mozzies. I think it has affected the fishing, Scott. Definitely. With the weather up and down, hot, cold, windy, not windy. I think the fish just, they can't settle and feed properly. Cheers, Richard. Hi, Roy Gifford, how are you? There's loads of bullshit written about bait, Brian. I'll tell you what, guys. It's more difficult to make a bait that doesn't catch fish. It's more difficult to make a bait that doesn't catch fish. Some baits are better than others on some waters, and it's all about confidence. If I use a bait, it's all about the confidence. What ingredients in it give me confidence. All my fishing is all about confidence. Up Arsenal, yeah, exactly, up Arsenal, Richard. Up the hammers, all right, Aaron. Hi, Luke. Leon, need longer or more frequent live vlogs, maybe a live without Q&A and just to the lake and carp dog, of course, possible. It'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it, Luke, if it was just a live of me sitting here watching the lake with the dog. I mean, if I was watching that, I'd find that absolutely boring. I want the vlogs I can only do once a week because they take so long to edit, take so long to film. It's just a time thing. You know, I'd love to be able to do a vlog every day and get it out to you guys. Ah, this one. That's where the poles fix in, so it doesn't hurt it doesn't pierce the skin, Mike. Hi George Anderson, good to see you here. Scott Evans, thank you very much for the great, he says, for the great chat. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you being here. If you subscribe to my channel, I appreciate anyone who watches my stuff, but it's all for you. If it helps you, then I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing that it's helping you, you know, and you're enjoying it, and you get something from it, and you can take stuff from it in your own fishing. The amount of messages and emails I get saying, took your advice from your live feed, and it was a brilliant, I took your advice from your live feed, or from an email, or from, you know, one of the videos, I caught some fish. Mate, that's brilliant. It makes me smile, you know, it's good karma, isn't it? That's why the carp gods have been smiling down at me this year. Hi Keegan, look at it, look, Keegan Wright, alright Leon, from a 7-year-old carper, Keegan. I mean, a young lad like that is tuning in to watch me you know, that's the future of carp fishing there. And he's tuning in to see what we're doing. Brilliant, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Avon skin, Matty Rushton says is good for mozzies. Really good. But I think they might have changed the formula recently. I'm not sure. Black chicken pillow. Mine is getting tired, Michael says. What made me fight out 4 kilo tonight, as I'm always unsure to bait heavily on a 24-hour trip. Right. I'll tell you the reason I put so much bait out tonight. Was one, I've not seen a fish all day. I got down yesterday, not seen any fish anywhere. Not seen one. Normally, I see one. The last fish out was up the end I'm fishing now. And because I haven't seen any, I thought I'm going to go all in with quite a bit of bait and try and get the fish to me. Spread it out over a big area, and if the fish come across it, I'm going to have a chance of a bite. And also, the last couple of bites have been over quite a bit of bait, 2 or 3 kilos, so that was my thinking. Because I can't move on to the fish, and I haven't found any to flick out 3 singles, that's what I'm doing. It's plan B. Hope that helps. If I could only use 2 rigs, what would they be and why? Colin Biggs. 2 rigs. One would be a pop-up rig, probably the multi-rig, because it settles on anything. It's not, I like the stiff hinge rig, but it doesn't settle on everything unless you use a supple sort of boom section. That sort of defeats the object of it. I'd fish a bottom bait with braid, soft braid, so that would settle on anything. So that would, you'd be able to fish anywhere with that, those 2. Carl Moss says he had a new PB last week, 29.12. Well done, Carl, on your PB, and only my 2nd ever 20. Brilliant, mate. I'm sure everything I've picked up off your vlogs helped me. Brilliant. It's buzzing for you. You know, if you can pick up one thing and not copy it or use it in your own fishing, and it works, then you know I've done my job, haven't I, guys? Even got your wife watching these vids, and I bet you, Tony Gold, it's for the carp dog, isn't it? It's not for me, it's for the carp dog. No problem, Chris. Looking to buy a new brolly system, but don't to spend too much. There's some really good systems out there for about 100, 150 quid that you can pick up. Just have a go on to Angling Direct's website or Total Fishing's, and I'm sure they've got some of their own make ones on there which do the jobs just as good with no carp tack. Carp dog's disappeared, Seb. He's at home. He's at home chilling out, Seb. I just looked over there because I'm pretty sure a fish just jumped. Overnight I had some frozen left. Would you freeze? Yes, Aaron. I refreeze my bait 2 or 3 times. I don't think it makes any difference. Yid kids, blogs have been spot on. Thanks. I appreciate all you guys. You know, I appreciate all your comments. Look, you taking the time out of your evening to come and listen to an old bastard like me about fishing. You know, I've got to respect that, guys, haven't I? You watching my vids on my YouTube channel, I've got to respect you. I respect you guys for doing it. You don't have to, do you? Graham the Dodger Green says his wife's watching now these videos and this live because Love Island's finished, and I'm glad it's finished, aren't you, Graham? When fishing particles, what is the best bottom baits or pop-ups? I tend to fish a bottom bait when I'm fishing over particles, and I try and match the hatch. So if I'm fishing particles, I always put a few boilies in there. I'll fish a boilie on one rod and maybe a couple of bits of corn or a tiger nut on the other. Colin Biggs, I like both, but Colin Biggs are single hook bait or double hook bait. Single hook baits I like, but double hook baits for bottom baits, because not many people use double, so it sort of outwits the fish quite a bit. I've had quite a few fish this year on double bottom baits. Evening, Morgan Evans. How are you, mate? Matt Jones. I'm on. Look at that one. I'm on a lake in Reading, Matt. Cool. You can't be as bad as me, Sean. I tell you, I snore like a mother. Oh, unbelievable. Don't sleep on your back, Sean. Sleep on your side. When are you going on Love Island? Scott Evan asks. Only if the birds on there want a bit of the old Mr. B. Corn over particle, Matty Rushton. I hope good you're having a great evening, David, watching this and playing Footy Manager. Lee Powell says he's not fishing this weekend, but he's been catching on the multi-rig after watching my videos on his new water. Brilliant. That's what it's like. That's the buzz, isn't it? Gives me a buzz for you to know that you've caught one from watching my videos. It's the best thing in the world. Ben Faulkner says, how do you feel with Park Lake fishing? He's on one now and has kids in the margins, dogs eating his bait and flying rats doing me knackers in. It's a problem, isn't it? But you have to put up with it if there's some lovely fishing now. Just have to put up with it. Don't sleep, Neil Bunning says to Sean Castle. Love it. Matthew Randall says he uses maize and tiger nut with fishing particle. They're good hook baits. Del the Angler. Hi, it's good to see you here, Del. Hi, Leon. Loving the vlogs. Keep doing them. Well, I will. As long as you keep wanting them and want to wash them, guys, I will keep on doing them. Exactly, Brian. That's why I use double baits, because they're not seen very much and the fish are greedy. Never chopped so quick that you took my fingers off, Michael Pierce. Can you buy the black chicken cups? Billy Oakley says. Yes, these will be available on the website next week, about Tuesday, I reckon. And I'll just make me a cup of tea. I forgot about that, it's probably gone cold now. Well, here we are. Matt Jones says he's gutted about the old parrot. I know, but at least he's going to get a rest now, Matt. That's quite a small water, and, you know, fair play to everyone who caught it and fished for it. It must be devastating. My most memorable capture? Oh, all of them, Scott. All of them. But I suppose my most memorable was my first 40. Which was £48, which was a long time, about 15 years ago, and the wood carving from Horton. That was on a 50mm bait, would you believe? Blimey. Good question. Is it best to bait up at dusk to stop flying rats? Colin Biggs asks. Yes, I normally bait up just on dark or just after dark with a throwing stick or a catapult, because then they knacker off then. Morgan Evans asks, when on the blowback rigs, I cannot decide between a little ring or piece of tubing on the shank. Why don't you use both? Why don't you use one rig with a little ring, on one rig with the tubing round the bend of the hook, and see which works best for you, and then go all three or all two on the one that's working. I believe they're going to be $11.99 a cups, and that includes delivery straight to your door. What are my thoughts on the big rig fish that was declined, the record then died? If whoever wanted to fish for it, it's up to them. You know, I don't believe in saying you can't fish for this, you can't fish there, that's a wrong one or whatever. It's up to the individual. You guys or whoever can fish whatever they like. For me, I wouldn't have wanted to fish for it, but that's just my personal thoughts on it. I will do, Matt. I will be giving some giveaways when I get to 5,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm probably going to give away t-shirts, one of these mugs, just as a thank you to all you guys. But you've got to be a subscriber. It'd be a subscriber giveaway. Yeah, a ring is good because it gives it a bit of movement, Matty. No problem, Matt. Exactly, Brian. You know, people, you know, it's down to the individual. Everyone has their own individual choice of what they fish for, what they don't, what bait they use, what hook they use, but never tell anyone else what they should do. It's up to them. Yeah, they might well do. I mean, fishing for that big rig or rig or whatever it's called doesn't interest me, but whoever wanted to fish for it, fair play. Crack on. Yes, Roy, look, Roy's got a good observation. Good thing he does with his les is to soak them in his chosen flavour just for added attraction, especially in winter. I tell you what else works well, Roy, is to use coloured leads, like a pink one or a white one. That's good. I've found significantly good results on that. Satnav Gav asks, what's your favourite water leon that I've ever fished? I would say a lake called Calder Lake in the Colne Valley. Absolutely lovely lake. Not massive fish in there, but just a nice place to be. When using light, I always sharpen my hook anyway, Scott, unless it's sharp already. Ben Faulkner, Leon, have you any thoughts on fishing the Thames and could it produce a record? I'm not really sure. I fished the Thames many years ago. It may well do, Ben, in the future. Thanks, George Anderson. Barbed or micro barbed hooks? Oh, both really, Colin. Barbless hooks, I hate them because they cause mouth damage. James Madry, any tips, buddy, when fishing a lake with crayfish? Fish the silt, don't fish the gravel. And go and check. I did a video recently, James, on, it's called How to Stop Crayfish. Go and have a look on my YouTube channel, and it will tell you on there. There's a nice video on there just about that. Michael Pierce says, has anyone tried 2 hairs, 1 rig with different 10mm bottom baits? He's had good success on pressured waters. I think you're probably having good success, but it's a little bit different. It's a bit more of a mouth hook and get hold of. What carp care products are you using? Want to find one that actually works? I'm using the Gardner one. Now the Gardner one is supplied by a fish biologist, a guy who breeds fish, so he knows his stuff. Where do I think the next British record will come from? I think it'll be quite a long time before one does pop up and takes the British record. The proper British record anyway. Aaron Paul says, do you think boilies are better after 24 hours out of the freezer? I think they're good any time. What I tend to do, Aaron, is when I take them out of the freezer, I put some hemp oil on them or some stick mix liquid or something like that, and I let it all soak in. As they defrost, it all soaks it in, gives me a little edge. Matt Jones says, I fished a quarry at Batenhall bank holiday weekend for 3 nights. I'm going to try worms. What rig would you use? I'd use a long shank hook and I'd thread the worms or a big lob worm up the hook. Adrian Cooper says, shelf life or frozen? Both, actually. Was probably what you guys don't realise is the frozen baits that you buy has got a little bit of preservative in anyway. Because when they send them out to the shops and things like that, they want to stop them going off. So they always put a little bit of preservative in. Scott Evans says, why do barbless hooks cause damage? Because they haven't got the barb and they don't go properly in, it doesn't hold them, they move about a lot more and it causes the hole to get bigger. Yep, Sean Castle, yep, that particular rig there is the rig I'm talking about. No problem, James, really a pleasure to see you guys here and help you. Yeah, Gardner Fish Care Kit is good. That's the one, Billy, that's what I'm talking about. Wheat, I think wheat might be good actually. I use, what's that stuff I put in my hemp? Oh, blimey, I've got chili hemp and, God, I can't remember the bloody name of the stuff now, but that's like wheat, and it swells up and gives off a milky haze in the water. My favourite boilie is the one I'm using. You know, I haven't really had a favourite one. I think they do make good grape hemp oil, Mike, but it's so expensive. You can go to Tesco's and get good food oil, it's called, or good hemp oil, for you get twice as much for about the same price. Groats, that's it, Brian. Groats. Must be a bit like wheat, I reckon. Thank you for reminding me, Brian. No, it wasn't my buzzer going off, Scott. Groats, that's it, groats. Barley, Vitalin, that's a very good one to use. Got lots of protein in it. That's it, guys, that's great. Well, we're coming up to 45 minutes of the live feed. I'm going to have to bang it on the head in a minute, guys, because I haven't had my dinner yet. I haven't had my dinner yet, and I've got to put it on, and I want to see if there's any fish moving out there. So, guys, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, to trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, and I'm going to do a free giveaway of 2 or 3 products. As soon as we get to 5,000, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon, and you'll never miss another video again. So, I'm going to love you and leave you. I appreciate every single one of you tuning in tonight and watching, and I will see you for the next... Oh, I've got a video coming out Monday about the next vlog, and I'll see you for the next live. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you soon.